Okay, good morning, young learners of mathematics. This morning, we'll be looking at substitution method of solving simultaneous equation. Previously on our channel, we have looked at elimination method of solving simultaneous equation. So this morning, we head on straight to using substitution method. Now, what do we mean by substitution method? Substitution method, as the name suggests, is an English word, and it simply means that when something is not available, you use the other thing that is equally available and can be used for that thing. Just like the case of raw tomato, when we have scarcity of tomato or pepper, most times majority of us we cannot afford to buy what they sell in the market, maybe 5 pieces of tomato for 1,000 naira. What we end up doing at that time is to substitute our raw tomato for tomato paste, different tomato paste that are around. So what we have just done is that we have just been able to substitute tomato paste raw for the raw one. And the same thing also happens in our football matches. Some people would have started the initial football game. When they see that a player is tired, they can decide to recall the player and tell him to go and sit down while they replace him with another thing. That thing that they have done there is nothing but substitution method. So we are going to be looking at substitution method in the light of simultaneous equation this morning. Okay, so let's look at our very first example. We have 2m plus n equals 0 and m plus 2n equals 3. We want to use substitution method for this. Now, we have two equations. What I'm going to say is that when you study the two equations, if there is any one of them that has the coefficient to be equals to 1, you make that variable subject of the formula. Look at equation 1 now. The coefficient of m is 2. The coefficient of n is 1. So it's easy for me to make n subject of the formula. Likewise, equation 2, if I decide to settle for it, variable m has coefficient to be 1, while variable n has coefficient to be 2. So it's easy for me to make m subject of the formula. So I can decide to settle for anyone. I can say from equation 2, make m subject of the formula. Make m subject of the formula. Are we together? So what would that be? We already have m plus 2n equals 3. And what do you mean by subject of the formula? Subject of the formula means you want that m to stand alone. We have m plus 2n equals 3. So by making m subject of the formula, the equation will now be written as, when you bring this 2n to this side, we now have 3 minus 2n. Call that equation 3. Now, having been able to make m subject of the formula, we can now say put m equals 3 minus 2n in equation 1. We have not touched equation 1 at all. So the equation you have not touched is the one you substitute this your new value for in equation 1. And what does equation 1 say? Equation 1 says 2m plus n equals 0. 2m plus n equals 0. That means that anywhere I see m, I'll replace it with 3 minus 2n. So I'm going to have 2 into brackets. But anywhere I see m, that's 3 minus 2n plus n equals 0. So this is an algebraic equation, and there is a bracket. You open up the bracket. 2 multiplied by 3, I have 6. 2 multiplied by minus 2n, I have minus 4n. Minus 4n plus n equals 0. Are we together? Okay, so we collect the line. 6 minus 4n plus n, that's minus 3n equals 0. So at this junction, we collect like terms. Don't forget 0 and 6 are the same like terms. So I have minus 3n. I'll bring this my 6 here. So that equals 0. When 6 comes to this side, that will be 0 minus 6. So minus 3n equals 0 minus 6 is minus 6. So this is a simple equation. We try to get our n. And how do we get rid of to get our n? We divide both sides by the coefficient of n. So divide both sides by minus 3. So that I have minus 3 multiplied by n over minus 3 equals minus 6 over minus 3. Minus 3 cancels minus 3, so that I have n equals minus 6 over minus 3. Let's call this further. Minus cancels minus, that's plus. 3 goes here 1, 3 goes here 2. So this way, you have been able to get your n. N is equals to 2. Don't forget that the aim of any simultaneous equation is for us to get the value of our m and n. Now, having gotten our n, you can now get the value of your m. Don't forget your equation 3. You can easily substitute this. Put n equals 2 in equation 3. That one makes the journey easier in equation 3. What is my equation 3 saying? Let's quickly go back. Our equation 3, that's the equation that we made subject of the formula. And equation 3 says m equals 3 minus 2n. So m equals 3 minus 2n. M equals 3 minus 2n. And anywhere I see n, what will I put there? I put 2 because n is 2. So m equals 3 minus 2 into bracket 2. So m equals 3. Open up the bracket. Minus 2 times 2, that's minus 4. So what is 3 minus 4? It's just saying that plus 3 minus 4. You have 3 naira, you are owing 4 naira. That is minus 1. So therefore, our m equals minus 1 and our n equals 2. You have just been able to solve that simultaneous equation using substitution method. Are we together? Okay. Let us see a second example. Let us see example 2. Let us see example 2. Okay. Okay. So we have this. A minus 2b equals 9. Then we also have 2a plus 3b equals 4. Okay, equals 4. Without much ado, we know that this is our equation 1 and this is our equation 2. Okay, so the very first step for substitution is to ensure that you make one of your variables subject of the formula. And if you are lucky that one of the variables has the coefficient to be 1, settle for that one. Look at equation 1 now. A has the coefficient to be 1. So it's better to settle to make A subject of the formula in equation 1. So I will say from equation 1, that says A minus 2b equals 9. I will make A subject of the formula. Make A subject of formula. Make A subject of formula. So when I make A subject of formula over there, I'm going to have A equals 9 plus 2b. And that forms my equation 3. Are we together? That forms my equation 3. Okay. Now, don't forget that I made use of equation 1. So I will substitute equation 3 in equation 2 that I have not used. Substitute A equals 9 plus 2b in equation 2 that I am yet to touch at all. And what does equation 2 says? 2a plus 3b equals 4. Equation 2 says 2a plus 3b equals 4. So anywhere I see A, I will put 9 plus 2b. That is substitution. So that will now be 2 into brackets A. I'll substitute the value of A. That's 9 plus 2b plus 3b equals 4. Are we together? Let's open up the bracket. 2 multiplied by 9, that is 18. 2 multiplied by 2b, that is 4b. Then plus 3b equals 4. So 18 plus 4b plus 3b, that's plus 7b equals 4. So over here, we collect like terms, those things that look alike. I collect my like terms. What are those things that look alike? You will see that it's 18 and 4. So I'll collect like terms. Okay, so this my 18 will come and meet 4, so that I have 7b equals 4 minus 18. When you are collecting, it's very, very important that you collect correctly. Don't go and put 18 first, because it's 18 that is coming to meet 4. And when you are going to visit somebody, the person you meet at home will forever be at home. So that will be 7b equals, what is 4 minus 18? I have 4 naira, I'm owing 18 here, that's minus 14. So when you have this type of equation from GSS1, what do? We divide both sides by the coefficient of b. Divide both sides by b. Divide both sides by 7, by the coefficient of b, which is 7. So I have 7 times b over 7 equals minus 14 over 7. So 7 cancels 7. B equals minus 14 over 2, minus 14 over 7, that's minus 2. So we have been able to get the value of our B. The remaining thing is to get the other variable, which is A. So I put the value of B in the equation 3 that I got. My equation 3 is A equals 9 plus 2B. So I can just substitute that. Put B equals minus 2 in equation 3. Put B minus 2 in equation 3. And what does equation 3 says? Let's go back again to be very sure. That says A equals 9 plus 2B. A equals 9 plus 2B. A equals 9 plus 2B. So anywhere I see B, what will I replace it with? With minus 2. So I have A equals 9 plus 2 into brackets minus 2. So I have A equals 9 plus times minus, that's minus 2 multiplied by 2, that's 4. So A equals, what is 9 minus 4? That is 5. So we have been able to get the value of A. A is equals to 5 and B equals minus 2. That has just solved the value of A and B. In another video that I'm going to share with you, I'm going to share a situation where there's no two way about it. There's no variable that has the coefficient to be 1. What do we do when we get to that? So, having understood this, I want you to put your pen to paper and solve these questions. Don't forget, practice make one perfect. Okay, do this. Practice makes you to be perfect. So do this using substitution method. Using substitution method. Using substitution method. Okay, the very first one that we have there is 6a plus 3b equals 4. A plus b equals 1. So solve that. This means equals 4. Then number 2, we have 5m minus 2n equals 4. M minus 4n equals minus 1. Try to put your pen to paper and try to unravel this, okay? And number 3 says 3x plus 5y equals 11. 2x minus y equals 3. So let's try to put a pen to paper. Let's try to solve that and let's see what we are able to get. It's a bye-bye for now.